We are live. Welcome, guys, back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle, and we've got some baseball for today. Before we jump into the card, we'll quickly recap what happened over the weekend. It sucked. Actually, I won't recap what happened over the weekend. It was bad. If you want to know all the plays and stuff, they were up on the site. We were down. We had a couple of losses yesterday that took us underneath. Saturday was just a complete slaughter. I think I went like 1-5 or something in football, and that set me back for the day. So overall, weekend was quite rough. Hoping for a bounce back spot today. I would say it's a lighter card, but we still got 13 games, 12 and a half, because there's a doubleheader in there, which I actually might have some interest in the doubleheader. I want to see what the first game looks like, because I have a feeling I might want to go Cubs both games. But if I go for Cubs in the first game, I'll take them in the second game too. Anyways, that's pretty much the recap. Was that it was not a good day, and we'll now jump into seeing that there's no chat. But I will say we are live on the Earle Sports Bets YouTube channel. We're live on the Earle Sports Bets on Twitch and my personal Twitter account, along with the TikTok. Hi, TikTok people. We're no longer live on Picks and Parleys. I got kicked off their streaming thing for whatever reason. They are going through new ownership, so I'll probably get that back within the next couple of weeks. But for right now, no Picks and Parleys. But let's go ahead and jump into the card, and we'll get to start off with that early game, the Brewers and the Cubs. We'll also pull up the MLB standings. I will say the Brewers finally had their winning streak snapped at 14 games. They lost yesterday to the Reds. That was one of my winners, was the Reds yesterday, so that was kind of nice. But this division's kind of over now. The Chicago Cubs are currently 8 games behind the Brewers. At one point, I believe the Cubs were up like 5.5 games on them. So that's crazy to see. So I want to safely assume 4 out of the 5 divisions are over. The West divisions are the ones that are not. Houston, Seattle still have a chance. Dodgers and Padres still have a chance. But congratulations, Tigers, Astros, Phillies, and Brewers. Y'all already win your division. It's over. Let's jump into this. We got the Brewers and the Cubs in game 1 of the doubleheader. Freddie Peralta taking on Horton. Peralta this year has been really good. 25 starts, 14-5 record, a 2.9 ERA, 136 and 2/3 innings pitched, 44 earned runs, 50 walks, and 148 strikeouts. He's been quite solid. I believe he has the pitching advantage because I believe Horton has not. Horton's pitched 16 times, 15 starts, a 7-3 record with a 3.09 ERA. So I'm going to give the pitching advantage to Freddie Peralta. Horton, 85 innings, 29 earned runs, 27 walks, 67 strikeouts. But I believe hitting advantage is with the Cubbies. It is 112 to 108. So it's going to be split down the middle in this one. And I really want to go after the Cubs. Let's take a look at the line movement, see if that's something that I like. Ew, gross. It's not really. I don't really, but I kind of want to take a different approach to it. Yeah, all the money's on the Brewers, so that line makes. Here's the deal. You got a Brewers team that is the hottest team in baseball. You have the Chicago Cubs, who are struggling right now, and it's a pick'em in both games. Here's what we're going to do. We're grabbing the Cubbies in both games. We're not going to just grab them one game. I'm going to grab them in both. At the bare minimum, I think it's a split. So we're going to go ahead and take – wow, there's only one line for the first one. We're going to grab the Cubbies. Betting Cubs in both games of doubleheader. So we got Cubs there. And we'll go ahead and grab Cubs again. Both of them are minus 120 each. That's fine with me. I think that they win both games. I think it's gonna be out of nowhere. Nobody's gonna expect it, but they're gonna win both games. All right, starting off, double Cubbies. Breaking news: Browns quarterback. The Browns will start. Okay. Browns will start Joe Flacco week 1. Have fun, Browns. That's going to be a pathetic team this year. Anyways, let's keep on rolling. We're going to go after the Cubs and not the Cubs. The Cardinals and the Marlins are up next. Matthew Liberatore taking on Yuri Perez. The Marlins are minus 140 in this one with a total of 7.5. Matthew Liberatore this year has been okay. 22 starts, 6-10 record, 4.08 ERA, 117 innings pitched, 53 earned runs, 28 walks, and 88 strikeouts. Pitching advantage is going to go towards Yuri Perez, who's made 12 starts this year to a 5-3 record, 3.58 ERA, 60 innings pitched, 24 earned runs, 20 walks, and 60 strikeouts. Pitching advantage, Perez. Hitting advantage, Marlins versus lefties has not been good. 77 WRC plus. St. Louis versus righties, 101 WRC plus. So St. Louis has the hitting advantage, though, in this game. And then we look at the line movement, and the line has been moving towards Miami. So that's at least good for Miami bettors. Has the money been flowing them? It's not something that I want to go running after. If you're going to bet, if you're going to be betting on the Marlins, it's run line or nothing, because I'm not going to be somebody to lay minus 140. What are we looking at for a total in this game? Total's gone from 8 to 7, 8 to 7.5. So the line's moving towards an under, but not anything that I need to get involved with. I don't think so. Somebody in the TikTok chat said Marlins. If you're going to take the Marlins, you got to be the run line. It's got to be the run line. That's just the way I bet, though. So let's keep on rolling. Oh, we got a chat over the YouTube. Brewers. No, I'm on the opposite side. I took the Cubbies in both games. I took the Chicago Cubs in both games of that doubleheader. And Cardinals. I'm not going to talk you off of it, but I'm not really interested in that game. Astros, Tigers. This one could be a possible postseason matchup. The Tigers are minus 145 with a total of 8.5. Spaghetti taking on Flaherty. Spencer Arringhetti has pitched all of 4 times this year to a 1-3 record, a 6.38 ERA. I'm not overly worried about that. He's made 2 starts since coming back. He's allowed 7 earned runs in 8 2/3 in those games. He got blown up by the Miami Marlins. Flaherty's going to have the pitching advantage. It's only because we've seen him more. 24 starts, a 6-12 record with a 4.76 ERA, 124 2/3 innings pitched, 66 earned runs, 48 walks, and 153 strikeouts. So definitely pitching advantage with Mr. Flaherty. In terms of hitting advantage, both of them are facing righties. I believe Detroit has the hitting advantage, 102 to 99. So hitting advantage goes towards the Detroit Tigers, and so does the pitching advantage. So both of them towards them. And the line's moving towards the Tigers here, so kind of nice. As long as the market's saying it. Market's kind of saying it. I kind of like the Tigers tonight. I also like Seattle to win the division, so I'm hoping Seattle can, come back and catch up to them and win the division. Let's grab the Tigers here. I can get their run line sitting at plus 140. So Tigers run line in this one. CB, appreciate you following the TikTok. If you guys are not following already, you guys should try to hit 1,300 followers on TikTok. And then Robert likes the Astros. I do not like the Astros today. No, I'm on the I'm going to be on the T Grays. T Grays run line. Hitting, pitching, and market edge with Detroit. Maddox is asking about the Padres tonight. I feel like it probably would be Padres or nothing. I gotta still cap the game, so stay tuned. I think that's the last game we talk about. No, there's one game after that one. But so if you're new to the show, I have a list of all the games, and we talk over each one. And I cap the games with you. So most of these games I have not looked at until I look at them with you guys. So keep that in mind when I mention games that I have not actually looked at yet. This one should be fun because it's a pick'em between the Blue Jays and the Pirates. Why? Because it's Paul Skeens pitching. With a total of 7. Skeens is going to be running away now with the Cy Young Award because, unfortunately, for baseball, you've got what do you call it? Wheeler went down with an injury, so that's unfortunate. So now minus 425 is Paul Skeens to win the Cy Young. 7 total. Gausman versus Skeens. Skeens clearly has pitching advantage. Gausman 24 starts, 8-9 record, 3.79 ERA. By the way, I will get to your comments. You don't have to repeat yourself. 3.79 ERA, 142 and 2/3 innings pitched, 60 earned runs, 38 walks, 138 strikeouts. On the opposite side, Mr. Skeens, 25 starts, 7-9 record, 2.13 ERA, and 148 innings pitched, 135 strikeouts, 36 walks, and 145 innings, 35 earned runs, 36 walks, 166 strikeouts. So clear pitching advantage for Mr. Skeens. Hitting advantage is 100% going to go towards the Blue Jays. So it's going to be split down the middle here. And we go when we look at that where we're going to find Pittsburgh, Toronto. Lines going towards Toronto. Makes sense. Open up at plus 115. It's now minus 105. So, and that's with more of the money coming on them. I kind of like the Blue Jays in this matchup. The pitching advantage is kind of, yes, Skeens is better, but they're 2 good pitchers. So let's go ahead and grab the Blue Jays here at minus 104 in this one. And Brewers money line the under. I have the Chicago Cubs in both games today. I have the Chicago Cubs in both games of the doubleheader today. And then Blue Jays. Yes, Blue Jays today. Brewers or Cubs? I like the Cubs today. Chicago Cubs. But we'll go ahead and keep on rolling. It might be a really weird spot for the Mariners today coming off of the Little League Baseball Classic. But you got Gilbert versus Suarez. It's a pick'em between Seattle and Philly. Gilbert this year, 17 starts, a 3-4 record at 3.31 ERA, although a lot better at home, as you should be when you're pitching in Seattle. 89 and 2/3 innings pitched, 33 earned runs, 23 walks, and 124 strikeouts. I want to give the pitching advantage to Christopher Sanchez in this one. Sanchez, 18 starts and 8-6 record with a 3.28 ERA. I guess it's kind of no. I'm gonna give the pitching advantage to Gilbert just because we've seen Gilbert pitch a little bit more. Plus, yeah, I'm gonna give it to Gilbert, but 3.28 ERA for Ranger Suarez, 112 and a third innings pitched, 41 earned runs, 29 walks, and 101 strikeouts. We'll go ahead and look at hitting advantage where we get Seattle versus a lefty, which is sitting at 105 WRC plus. Philly against a righty, 105 as well. So they're even in hitting. So that's kind of fun to see. Even in hitting. We'll go and look at the line movement. in this one, and the line's gone nowhere. So nothing there. With most of the money coming out on Philly. So I guess it would be a lean towards Seattle. I'd definitely be rooting for Seattle, but no bet in this one. I thought Ranger Suarez. Then why did I click on Rangers? Yeah, it's Ranger Suarez. Yes. Yeah. What did I say? I said Christopher Sanchez at start. I'm sorry. It's Ranger Suarez. It's Ranger. Phillies, and you got good CLV. I want the Phillies to lose every single game possible, but I'm also a Mets fan. But I would still bet the Philadelphia Phillies in games. Phillies over 8. With those two pitchers, I don't know about that one. I don't know. Let's keep on rolling. Is stream frozen? No. Don't do that. That's not funny. Now I got to pull up my stream. No, it's not frozen. Don't do that. That's not funny. Orioles and the Red Sox. Red Sox are minus 115 with a total of 8. Rogers versus May. And Rogers has been amazing this year since coming back from injury. 11 starts, a 5-2 record with a 1.43 ERA and 69 and a third innings pitched. 11 earned runs in those innings, 15 walks, and 60 strikeouts. He's been phenomenal. He's allowed 3 earned runs or more in 1 start, and that was the first one he did. On the opposite side, you got Dustin May, who has looked a little bit better since coming over to the Red Sox. He's pitched twice in Boston. He's pitched 21 times this year. 20 of them were starts to a 7-8 record. His ERA sitting about 4.5 in 113 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 59 earned runs, 42 walks, and 109 strikeouts. Pitching advantage is going to be with Rogers in this one. That's for sure. Hitting advantage, I believe it's with Boston because Baltimore can't hit. Baltimore, 102 for Baltimore. Boston, 111. Boston's good against lefties. So hitting advantage is with the Red Sox. We'll go ahead and take a look at line movement in this game where the line has not really moved all that much. I open up at 120. Sitting at 115. I guess it would be a lean towards the Orioles. Line's going towards the under, though. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to take the under here. I like May in this one, and Rogers has been phenomenal. So I'm going to take the under, and I can get 8.5 at minus 119. So give me the under in this one. You back up. Okay. Baltimore money line. I feel like it is a Baltimore play today. I feel like that could be a good spot. I do. Let's keep on rolling. We got the White Sox and the Braves up next. The Braves are close to 200, 195 favorites with a total of 8.5. We got Gomez versus Strider. So the line, that makes sense that the line's that big, considering that it's a bullpen game for the White Sox. So I'm not even going to read off any of his numbers because it's not worth it. Pitching advantage with Strider. He's been okay. Velocity's getting better. Hitting advantage is also with Atlanta because Atlanta's 101 WRC plus and 83 WRC plus for the White Sox. So definitely, it makes sense on why Atlanta's this big of favorites. Although, if I'm going to bet Atlanta this year, I'm going to bet them in a spoiler spot. I'm not going to bet them in a spot that you're going to have to bet a run line. So this one's going to be quite an easy pass for me. Not going to be too interested in going after the Braves in this one. Braves and Orioles will play spoiler a lot this year. They're not going to be good against the good teams. So I'm just going to take I'm going to pass on this one. I can see an over. The only thing is, can you trust I don't know if you could trust the White Sox to hit. But we got 5 games left on today's card. This one's going to have some possible wild card implications because both these two teams are still fighting for that wild card. Royals took care of business. They're still 4 games back. Texas is 5.5. So both of them are kind of falling back. The Yankees are starting to win again. That wild card is kind of set up already in the American League. I feel like we already know all the playoff teams in the American League. So, but Royals -125 with Waka on the mound versus Leiter, 9.5 total. Leiter this year 21 starts, a 7-6 record, a 3.94 ERA, and 105 innings pitched, 46 earned runs, 54 walks, and 96 strikeouts. He's been pretty good. On the opposite side, you got Waka, who is going to have the pitching advantage in this one. 24 starts, a 7-9 record, a 3.35 ERA, 137 innings pitched, 51 earned runs, 37 walks, and 101 strikeouts. So hitting advantage is with Mr. Waka. And then hitting advantage is with Texas, but it's not pretty. 95 WRC plus versus 92 WRC plus. Could be another under here, but let's go ahead and look at the line movement. Line movement is actually going towards the over. And there's not really much line movement in terms of the money line in this one, which with more of the money coming in Kansas City, it could be a lean towards Texas. But once again, another game that I just do not feel the need that I have to get involved with, so I'm not going to. So I'm just giving me another pass. Texas +1. What is this price? This is a price of they're on the road. These two teams are Kansas City is technically the better team. So this is the line to me makes sense. Kansas City should be favored in this one, but I don't know. Any good hitter matchups versus Waka today on Texas? Let's go check. Simeon's hitting. Seager's hitting 350 against him in 20 at bats. So that's a pretty good sample size. Not Simeon. Seager would be somebody. Seager and Simeon both are hitting 300 with at least 13 at bats each. Pedersen has 24 at bats and is hitting 250. So there you go. Is Ramon Laureano solid for today? Could be. Let's go quickly look him up against. Oh, he's got some Robbie Ray. Let's see. Has he faced Robbie Ray before? Laureano's faced him 12 times and is hitting 7 for 12 against him. So sure. Yeah, he seems to like going up against Robbie Ray. I like that. I like that move. There you go. We've got 4 games left. How about the Dodgers and the Rockies? Dear God, -275 on the road for the Dodgers with a total of 11 in this game. Yamamoto versus Freeland. I'm going to do its due diligence. Yamamoto's got the pitching advantage. 23 starts, 10-8 record, 2.84 ERA, and 126 innings pitched. Freeland, not good this year. A 5.13 ERA and 14 starts, a 1-8 record, and 73 and 2/3 innings. So Yamamoto is definitely the better pitcher. The Dodgers have the hitting advantage. I kind of work quickly with this because the Dodgers are one of the best teams in baseball and the Rockies are the worst team in baseball. As crazy as it sounds, though, the only way you could really go in this game is, I would say it is towards Colorado, but like all the money's coming in on. And I'm not betting Colorado. Let's get this straight. But what's the price on their 2.5? Like their 1.5 is +160. I can get +3. I can get +2.5 at +110. That's insane. I'm not doing. Let's be quicker with this one. I'm not doing shit with this game. Absolutely nothing. It's Rockies or nothing. and it would be Rockies plus 2.5 or nothing. But it's nothing. Robert, you got the right mind. Rockies money line or pass. LA, you know what? Actually, I'm going to take the Rockies here. Not money line. Not money line. Let's not get that twisted. I'm taking them plus 2.5. And the main reason why is the Dodgers just came from a series where they swept the Padres. This is a bad spot. Bad spot for Dodgers after sweeping. After sweeping San Diego, Colorado keeps game close. Would we be surprised if we came back tomorrow and the Rockies won? I'll be honest. No. Just because you saw the Dodgers empty out the tank versus the Padres, but I grabbed the Rockies at plus 2.5. Let's just roll with that. 3 games left. And this one's another one where there's an ugly travel spot. Cincinnati taking on LA. Since it's a pick-em with a total of 9.5. Singer versus Medeiros. Singer this year, 24 starts, a 10-9 record with a 4.31 ERA and 125 and a third innings pitched. 60 earned runs, 48 walks, 119 strikeouts. Yes, he's got the pitching advantage against Medeiros, who's pitched all of 3 times. He's a bullpen pitcher. Okay, good to know. Not worried about that one then. Both of them going up against righties. You got the hitting advantage for for Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a better hitting team. Actually, by 1 WRC plus. So let's quickly look at the line movement. There is leeway for me to take the Angels tonight. I'm not going to. Not enough for me to go after them. It's very close. It's just an awful spot for the Reds. So I'm going to pass on this game. I'll be rooting for the Angels, but I'm going to pass on this one. Cubs, positive regression. Ready to hear this one, wise guy? I took them both games. I took the Cubs money line both games. Let's roll. Let's roll with the Cubs money line both games. You love the Angels. Dude, I kind of like the Angels spot today. You know what? Screw it. I'm taking the Angels spot today. It's kind of similar to grabbing Colorado. I'm going to grab the Angels with you. Just an awful travel spot. I can get plus 102 with the Angels. Just awful. Like, you just went face your division rival. You won yesterday in extra innings. Awful spot after winning in extras yesterday, then travel. Yeah, that's yeah. I'm grabbing the Angels as well. Let's roll. Rep the yeah. I'm grabbing them. I'm with you, Robert. I'm with you. 2 games left. We got the Padres and the Giants. The Padres are minus 140 with a total of 7.5. I know somebody was asking about the Padres game in the chat. You got Cortez versus Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray's got the pitching advantage. He was an all-star this year. 25 starts, a 9-6 record with a 2.98 ERA, 148 innings pitched, 49 earned runs, 56 walks, and 152 strikeouts. And as somebody mentioned in one of the chats, I think it was in the TikTok chat, Laureano's got some good numbers versus Cortez, which Cortez has pitched all of 4 times this year, so I don't really care. Since coming over to San Diego, that's when he got back healthy. 2 starts, 3 earned runs in 9 1/3 innings pitched, so not anything crazy to go off of. Giants with pitching advantage. Hitting advantage will go towards the Padres, considering that the Giants have a 72 WRC plus against lefties. The only team that's worse is Pittsburgh. And the Padres are sitting at 95 WRC plus. So it's split down the middle. Let's go ahead and take a look at line movement in this one. And there is no line movement. Nothing for me to judge off of or anything. So this one's going to be another stay away spot. Could be a fun one for that, but no interest in it. You're looking for a Nerfy. Well, I have the under in the Baltimore-Boston game, so that would be the one I would say. Because if I'm taking an under, I'm expecting a Nerfy. Padres, sure. Actually, sorry. If you're this is Robert. You're going against your theory, not your theory, but Padres just came off of a big series versus the Dodgers. Yes, it was a disappointing one. But they just came off of a big series. This could be a letdown spot, or a like they just came off of a big series. Obviously, they didn't win, but now they have to go and play San Francisco, who's down in the dumps. I don't know. I think it would be Giants or nothing for me. Whenever I bet the Padres, they never show up for me. That sucks, dude. Final game of the day. Guardians, D-backs. Pick them with a total of 9. We get Zach Gallen taking on my boy, Gavin Williams, ECU Pirate. Let's go. Gavin is going to have the pitching advantage in this one. A 3.38 ERA in 24 starts. He's looked really good as of late. He did get hit a little bit versus Miami, but that was after the one hit through 8 2/3 against the Mets. 7-4 record, 3.38 ERA and 128 innings pitched, 48 earned runs, 67 walks, 127 strikeouts. I really like Gavin. He's looked really good. He's looked a lot better this year. And then, not Gallen, Gavin. Yeah, Gavin. I like Zach Gallen's not been good. 25 starts, 9-12 record, a 5.31 ERA and 144 innings pitched, 85 earned runs, 51 walks, and 131 strikeouts. Pitching advantage towards Gavin. Hitting advantage. D-backs are still the best hitting team against righties in baseball at 116 WRC plus. So they are still hitting. So that one's split down in the middle. We'll go ahead and look at line movement, where line has moved towards Cleveland, basically turning them from a dog to a favorite, with more of the money coming in on them. So it makes sense. We're gonna take the Guardians to end the night. We're gonna back Gavin Williams here. So give me Cleveland to end the day at -102. Pitching and market edge. Yes, Lansing, I can recap for you, for the chat and everything. I'll do that in just a minute. Boom. To the YouTube chat real quick. Supness, hit the like button. Damn right, you hit the like button. Maybe first game of Brewers might be a Nerfy. First game of the Brewers could be a Nerfy. I did take Cubbies in both games. Cleveland, yes. Under, I could see an under. Considering White Sox money line. What do the White Sox have today? Atlanta? I don't hate it. I feel like Atlanta's going to be playing spoiler. I don't think they're going to win the games that they're monster favorites. I could see Jose Ramirez taking Gallen yard. I could see that too. Orioles. I am on the under in the Orioles game, but I will not talk you off of Baltimore today. I will not do it. Strider on the mound. Yes, Spencer Strider is indeed on the mound for the Braves today. But that is everything for today. Let's do a quick recap before we head on out. All baseball. Cubbies, both games. Tigers, run line. Blue Jays, money line. Under in the Oriole game. Rockies, +2.5 at +110. Angels at money line and Guardians on the money line. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Back again tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.